Hello! As you can see, I am gone from school today, so we're going to do a little mini lesson that you will eventually glue into your sketchbook. So you'll get a half a sheet of paper like this, and the first thing you want to do is make a little section, and this is where you're going to add glue later in order to glue it into your sketchbook. So I'm just going to make a tiny section here like that, and in that section I'm going to put my name in case this gets lost between today and when you glue it in. So our mini assignment is going to be using both sides of this paper, and we're going to take colored pencils and these little circle templates. And right now in art, we're talking about line, the element of art line. And so we're going to be using line within these circles. The one thing I want you to do is make sure you don't trace around the outside. So we're going to be having like these orbs that we're going to eventually add value to. And if you trace around the outside, it's going to make it flat. So instead, we're going to be doing some interesting line designs in the inside without circling around it. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to make my first line design. And I can do any lines that I want. So if I want to do some straight lines, I'm going straight up to that wall there, but I'm not going around the circle. So if I wanted to leave this here, I could. I'm perfectly fine with that. You can also maybe pick another color and go the opposite way. You don't have to stick to one color in each one of these if you don't want to. So there's my first one. It looks strange for now, but it's okay. So my next one, I'm going to do a smaller. You are supposed to do a minimum of 10. So I'm going to try to get 5 on this side and 5 on the other. This time I'm going to do just scribbles. Still a line, and not going around the outside. It's got like an implied line situation. An implied line means it's showing that there's a line there, but it's not an actual line there. So my next one, let's see, I'm going to do something like that. And this one fits here. So this one's going to be, you should come up with your own line designs. I'm just doing some of them, but try to be unique about your lines. Okay, so there's 4. I'm going to do one more, and then you'll make sure that you do 5 on the back as well. This one's going to be, I kind of traced around there, and I wish I wouldn't have, but it's fine. That kind of line. There. Okay, so I've got 5 different kinds of lines going on, and I can be really unique on the back. When you're finished with that, you're going to add value to it, and we're going to make them look 3-dimensional. So I'm going to take my pencil, turn it on the side, and on one side, along that implied line, I'm going to add some pencil and fade it out. We haven't really talked about forms yet, but this would be a sphere. So I'm just adding some value along there. Then I would do that to all of them. Adding some value, and I can switch the sides that want value. So instead I'm going to make the top up here have value. You should probably take your time. I'm going kind of fast. But once you have that, you will be able to get a blending stump. As you can see, this blending stump's been used before. It's been loved. It's starting to kind of unravel. All blending stumps are is paper wrapped up into itself. So what I'd really like you to do is not peel these. If you're doing that, you're going to destroy it. It's going to fall apart. So please don't do that. That way we can continue to use them. But I'm just going to use the end. You do not want to press the end part into the paper because that blunts it. It makes it really flat. So instead I'm going to turn it sideways and I'm going to start blending out that value. You want it to be really smooth. I don't want to see any of those lines in there as much as possible. And if I did too much, I can always go back in and erase some of that back out. And around here, nice and clean edge, like that. So I'm just making little orbs filled with different types of lines. I'm going to do that to all of them. So that at the end, it looks something like that. So when you're finished, you can take your glue stick and just add a strip of glue in there, and then into your sketchbook in the next available page, you're just going to glue that strip like that, and then you can fold this and it can be opened like that so you can see both sides. All right, have fun, be good.